Hello student, I'm Dr. Parmita Basu from Key Art and Design. So today we have come to UID NCR and we are with professors from Interior and Furniture Department, and they will give you everything which you want to know from this department. I will ask questions which you have already given me from in WhatsApp message and all other things. So now I will introduce them. So Professor Alex and Professor NIJARA ma'am is with us. And sir, first I want you to introduce yourself to our student.
My name is Alex KALENGA. I'm from the Congo and I've been practicing in India since 1999 when I passed out from School of Planning and Architecture. And I have a master's degree in sustainable buildings, which is mostly the built environment. And I've been teaching for the past 7 years now in India. Before that, I was practicing architecture.
Hi, I'm NIJARA ADLOORI. I'm an architect by profession. I'm also a project manager, and I'm an associate professor in the Interior and Furniture Department. And my specialization is also sustainability, and I'm a lead green associate and Indian Green Building Council accredited professional.
What are you teaching in your department, Interior and Furniture?
Interior and Furniture Department, Design Department. Basically, we try to train students about interior space and whatever comes in the interior space, which is furniture. So students will be able to understand the space and how that space has to be dealt with, so that the comfort of the user is taken care of.
So basically interior and furniture goes together. So they also learn about the user comfort and what are the kind of spaces that they would want to create and what is the furniture, and also they also try and understand the ergonomics, anthropometry of what makes a piece of furniture comfortable. And we also try and integrate a lot of craft into it. So they also understand where we're coming from and then where we're heading. So it's a good amalgamation of past, present, and where we're heading into the future.
So what type of infrastructure UID is providing for in interior and architecture?
I should say that UID is one of the school which has the latest technology in term of education. So we have all type of workshops, all type of studios where students can develop the knowledge quite well, which they can expand what they want to do, they can experiment whatever they want to do. So for that matter, I think UID is one of the best schools to be in.
But I think, we do have state-of-art technology here. So there's a maker's lab where students pretty much work hands-on on their furniture pieces. There's 3D printing that we have where you can work on minor details. And we do have faculty who are expert in using this technology to get the final product.
Yeah, I've seen all the 3D printers, and which is I think very interesting equipments which I have not seen in other campuses. I want to, of course we'll show to the students also. Sir, what do you think about the students who are coming to, what do you want from them, and how they should prepare themselves while coming to UID for interior design?
I think they should be ready to learn, to unlearn every time and to learn again. And the process is not easy, it's tough, but it has to go through that way for them to learn and to become somebody in the future. Yeah. So that's what I could ask them to do.
I think as a student you should start observing more. If you're actually aiming for interior and furniture design, then it starts basically from your home where you're starting to observe the furniture that you sit on, or the furniture that you're using, or the space that you are part of. I think it starts basically there to understand the basics of the spaces that you occupy, and then that is the first step, I feel.
So about the placement, which is a very important in everybody's mind, what are you doing about the placements in UID?
Basically what happens is we do have a lot of industry experts who come to our campus to teach the students. So there is a very strong connect that the students also have with the industry experts. So most of the students end up going to these practicing interior and furniture designers for their internships. And I think at least the campus gives them enough exposure to meet the industry experts. So that is one definite way of connecting with the industry. And yes, definitely we do have an active placement that we look at for our students.
There's a team which work with us also, beside the people we invite, as the jury members, as the speakers, where most of the students go and finally go and train over there. For the moment, we have almost all of the students have been invited to train a few people who have come for jury. So this is ensure at least. Yeah.
I have like got lot of apps and also AI thing, which is actually I think if you add everything, the room, everything will come. So this actually I think will be a problem for in a future career for the students who are coming for interior design.
So AI, though it gives you an output, but there is an input that's supposed to be given, right? To give that input, you need to be equipped with the tools and the terminology also. So that is basics that you can't take away from, like, that human brain cannot be replaced by AI. So I think for you to even want a certain kind of space, there are certain keywords that you need to put in. There's a certain style that you need to understand. So I think it's important that, even people should know the keywords and, like, understand the spaces to be able to tell AI what to do. So that I don't think the human mind will ever be replaced by AI. But yes, like, maybe AI also makes your life a little easy, but I don't think it can replace what you're learning in school.
It's like the AI you have in your phone. You have to tell it that call so-and-so person. For it to call the person, the right person. If you give a wrong name, it's going to call the wrong person. The same thing goes to the AI students going to be using. Unless they give the real inputs, they're going to get wrong answers. So they need to have a basic knowledge of what they need so that the AI give them the right answers.
So, what is the interior design in future? What is, because you are in this business for so long. So how is interior design in India is growing? Because architecture is also there, but how interior is growing right now? Because in last like 10-20 years back, I don't think so people used to, for houses, used to hire an interior designer. So how you are feeling it will grow more in future?
I think interior design is called to grow bigger in India. Now that monetary power of people in India is getting higher, so the demand for, as you said, the demand become higher. But also you need to understand that mass of buildings is already existing. So now many people will be just renovating it or redoing it or revamping it. And that's where the interior architecture comes or interior designer comes. I don't know.
So because there's a saying which says, like, the greenest building is the one which is already built. So basically you try and not keep demolishing and reconstructing it, but try and find a new purpose or a new use to a building. So that falls within the scope of an interior designer. So, like, all the more when we're moving towards green architecture and green interior designing and choosing green materials, I think the scope will only get better for interior designers because we are moving away from the fact that, demolish and build. So there is scope for interior designers, and also the fact that, there's so many townships, residences coming up in, at least even if you see the vicinity in Delhi NCR, you see the city expanding day by day. And not only that, like, we're not only looking at residences or malls, but, like, people who are doing interior and furniture design have a very good scope in terms of, like, set designing for that matter.
Yeah.
Right? So I think, so it has a bright, movies, or, like, for that matter now, all these sitcoms and series are also a big thing, right?
Yeah.
So they could be part of these also.
It's a new thing.
Yeah.
Which, set designing is also important.
Yeah.
So what type of works, which, like, right now in your student, how you're teaching and and what type of software you're using for interior design, and plus of course what type of students are learning, like handworks and material handling?
So I think the spectrum is quite wide. If you see, like, there is a module which says craft and furniture. So we are actually looking back to craft. Then there is something called creative coding, which is, like, trying students understanding the whole idea of coding. And then there are electives like parametric design, which is also, again, like, which requires a lot of softwares. So I think it depends, and as the progression in the syllabus happens, the students are taught the softwares that are required for them to cope up with those.
If you had gone to the lab, you see that many students are using the CNC machines, the laser
cutters.
machines. So all that are part of the syllabus. So they have to experience all those.
I also wore the one thing where, like, I can see
the
VR.
Yeah.
So whole room.
Virtual reality, where you can experience the space standing
that
in.
is also used for interior design.
Yes,
They can do it,
yes.
if to visualize the space they are designing, so they can use those VR to see exactly what kind of space, how it's gonna look. how it
Like
can
a
be.
3D.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for all information. And last thing what you want to tell to our students, you can tell.
So we would like to invite as many students as possible. So we are Delhi NCR campus is a very recent campus. So we'll be very happy to have more students and to share the experience of Delhi and NCR UID so that the learning can be the best.
Yeah, like we said again, like, you know, UID already is leading college of design right now, but Delhi NCR campus definitely has the proximity brownie point because we are around Gurgaon NCR area. And there is a lot of industry experts who are around Delhi NCR campus, and I think it's a good exposure if you come to the campus here.
Yeah, placement is better.
Yes.
Thank you both of you and giving us full information about the interior and furniture design. So students, you have already heard about all the information about the interior and furniture design. I think you should also get your work done. You should learn more and to come to UID, and when you join UID, of course the teachers, professor here will always help you to grow more. I think this is a very important video for the students who want to come to UID for interior and furniture design. So like and share, and those who are coming first time in this channel, do subscribe. So we will meet you with more informative video. So from now, bye for today.